Jesse Palmer. I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Catching up with Coach Harris-Samiak before the game, he knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. UMass will kick off and will be underway. He'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the UConn Huskies offense will go on the attack first. Last time these two met, it was a beatdown, and I'm sure these guys would love to land the first punch in this one.
Bragging rights and setting the tone right from the beginning of the game, right? I mean, they came in, were shot out of a cannon. They were playing with so much energy and so much fire. They just overwhelmed their opponent the last time out there.
And I promise you, they've heard about it a lot, right? They've been poked, they've been prodded. It's been mentioned. It's been running through the facility all week long. You've seen it on social media. The clips of the last matchup to provide a spark, some hate, some anger to get them going for this football game.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll move the wide receiver. There's some room. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick give. It's Reeder. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a second and 2. Got an alley. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry. Halfway there on first down, it's second and 5. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Straight ahead, it's Reeder. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing makes the grab in their space. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Quick give. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the foot.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, UConn. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So the UMass Minutemen have the ball for the first time, and their offense will go to work. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made. It's a guy that has the potential to make big plays. And if you're pointing to a guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like, they've seen flashes in big moments. They need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. Looking to pass, it's Watson. Rushes on, throws to the wideout. Working on the right. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying...
Gashing the knee on the right. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Yeah, it was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front and horrible defense.
Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. Got him quickly. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. They've moved it inside the 10, now 2nd and goal from the 9. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Minutemen! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Love the individual effort here by the wide receiver. After he has the ball, able to make people miss. You see the speed as he goes in for the touchdown.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Mays. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Tackled after a short gain, it'll be 2nd and 9. Just barely picked up a yard, but that last completion, it's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. This quarterback part of their running game. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. UConn will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Looking for a man, it's Watson. The short hands, it's Ferguson. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
And that's a really good throw by this QB, man. Seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide left, it's Ferguson. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big game. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Way off target there.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Here he goes. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And after that last play, there is a Husky who has yet to get up. UMass now faces a 3rd and short. Running the red zone, it's Faulkner. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Dead center perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Christian. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Give to the running back. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. And after that last play, there is a Husky who has yet to get up. That is the senior tight end who's shaken up. We'll have Holly Rowe check on him. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Turning it on. Got the first down. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
18. Good enough for first down.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Hits inside. It's Christian. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's Simmons to throw. Left side, it's Richter. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Keeps it moving, it's Christian. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Austin Simmons, the play fake. Keeping his eyes downfield. He'll be wrestled out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They give it back to him. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
4th down, Simmons. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Taken down. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Sets his feet, it's Watson. Here comes the heat. He sacked this defense all over him.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And these 3rd downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the 3rd down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
That's reeled in. It's Allen. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense got it. They're on the run. Racing to the right. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Follows his blocks. It's Christian. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll run it. It's Christian. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, UConn!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone.
Number 47, set to kick it away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Play action on first down. Right side, it's Ferguson. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Keep it on the ground. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Trying to make 1 miss. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. From the gun, it's Christian. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Throwing Simmons. Makes the catch. It's Porter. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Out wide right, it's Richter. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Powers inside. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at UCLA taking on the number 10 team, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the Bruins with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Back now to your game inside McGurk Stadium. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Minuteman offense taking the field, looking primed and ready to roll. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Looking downfield, it's Watson. He lets one fly deep. He's got it for a big play. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, UMass. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
He's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Down he goes.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Searching for space. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The UMass offense returns to the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Running inside, it's Faulkner. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Watson. Right side, it's Faulkner. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Right at the line. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Snapped on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
The run inside. It's Christian. At the 35, he's loose. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. UConn comes to the line after getting another 1st down. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. Try to barge their way in. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off.
And this is tough. Second half of the game, you're down by 3. You know a field goal is going to tie it, but this is a golden opportunity here, David, to take the lead. I think I'm going for the touchdown.
Green light. I'm going for it. Second half, man, I can take the lead right here. I like my chances, and even if I miss, I got to go the whole length of the field.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Minutemen sideline, they are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know, they weren't exactly sure what to expect from this young player going into...
Couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them.
Well, he was trying his best to get out of the end zone, but the penetration up front is what got that safety for the defense. Shooting their gaps, winning the one-on-ones. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
The UConn offense goes back to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Finds a crease, it's Reeder. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Good work up front to get that 1st down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The Huskies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Driving forward, it's Christian. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. Now just about ready to snap at the start of the 4th. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. And the Huskies want to crank the tempo. Out wide right, it's Richter. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
On the move. Touchdown, Huskies. They move on top here in the 4th. Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. They'll try to power it in. He just couldn't squirt his way in for the 2, and it's still a 5-point game here in the 4th quarter.
22, UMass 17. Number 47, set to kick off.
On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. UMass ready to get things started as the offense takes the field. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, the defense basically played that one perfectly, right? Against the RPO, they did a nice job staying back, hanging, watching the quarterback's eyes, and taking away any throw. And when he decided to try to keep the football and scramble to his left, they were all over. Great job defensively, playing together as one unit.
UMass, after that last big completion, trying to build momentum.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to...
Turns on the Jets. The 20. Touchdown, Minutemen. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Up by one, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. To the air, it's Watson. Flip it out to the back on the screen. He will be stopped short. They can't get the two-point conversion, and they're still up by one here in the fourth. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Connecticut offense ready to go to work. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Simmons pulls it in. It's Richter. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Christian.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up the short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Huskies are marching down the field. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might have a chance. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Huskies. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late.